believe that. See what I'm saying? And I know when my mother died, I wore sunglasses because my eyes were red. You know what I'm saying? Well, I was there. You know what I'm saying? And when it came time to pray and sing choir and all that, I did all those things. Because, like I said, I don't know how everybody else was about their loved one, but I was ready for my mother to be gone because I see she wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? So the rest of the family, they was holding on to her, and I told them not to, and they was unhappy with me. That's because they was all older than me. You know how it is. When somebody's 5 minutes older than you can't tell them nothing. No matter who don't put those words. And that's why you have to really listen to what people say because you don't know who to put those words in their mouths. See? The second heading is called Freedom from the Grave. Comprises John 11:38 through 44. John 11:28 through 37, not in today's text. I don't know why to do that then. Deals primarily with Jesus' interaction with Mary, the sister of Martha. This interaction and certain comments by others who were present set the stage for the resurrection of Lazarus. Okay, remember when Jesus came, Martha run out there. But Mary kind of sat at home. See, this is a commentary. See, and what we have to realize about this life, we're making commentaries whether we realize it or not. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, before Lazarus died, if Jesus was coming, Mary rode up the road too. Well, she was kind of disappointed that Jesus wasn't there to take care of things. But Jesus had a plan, you know what I'm saying? That's why you have to write the play out. The A heading. Okay, so let me ask my bad people a question. Why was Jesus going in there within himself? Yeah, but why was he doing that? Well, okay, it has like let's go astrological. Gemini means there's what? Okay, Jesus, there's what? There's the human side. See, the God side not gonna grow. Okay, but the human side is gonna grow. And see, that's why Jesus was human because he can relate to all the stuff we go through. You know what I'm saying? If he was God, and your heart is broken, what does God know about a broken heart? What does God What does God know about pain, discomfort? See what I'm saying? But Jesus knew about all these things. That's why he came to be God in the flesh, so he could be perfect priest for us. Okay? And just like the real priest, the high priest, he didn't represent the poor people and all them like he was supposed to. Just like the Pope supposed to represent the big and the small. He'll go with the big because they'll make those contributions. That's why I'm so glad the thing ain't on yet. Then we hear folk send us tweets. But that's the truth. Because people don't understand that the Pope made a backdoor deal with Hitler during the war. Yeah, so see what I'm saying? You know, as a holy man, you ain't supposed to, you gonna make a deal with the devil? Come on now. Come on here. Jesus will experience heavy emotions as described as groaning in himself. That even though Jesus was God, he was also human. So he experienced human emotions. The place, the Lord love a duck. I thought they was after me. I thought it was the Pope them coming. The place, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The place of interment was a cave that probably was located in a stone outcropping on the lower eastern side of Mount of Olives. Other family tombs were likely there as well. Tombs that were caves having been prepared to be suitable as underground rooms for the remains of the dead. Such tombs were sealed with heavy stones, and the tomb of Lazarus no exception. A family tomb may have found a disc-like stone that are about 3 or 4 feet in diameter. Such stones would be on the track because otherwise you'd have to have something to move them. See what I'm saying? So my thing is, if it's a disc like that, 3 or 4 people can move it. One person ain't gonna do it, okay? That's just Samson, okay? However, the language here indicates a stone over the entrance. Not all tomb caves have upright entrances. Sometimes caves descend vertically, say didn't get me this time, rather than expand horizontally. Horizontally. This may be the case. Artists sometimes portray Lazarus' subsequent exit from the tomb as coming up a stairway that had been chiseled out from stony ground. The beheading is called request, objection, response, which I would like you to read 39, Sandy.
Jesus said, "Take ye away the stone." Martha, the sister of him that was dead, said unto him, Lord, by this time he stinketh, for he hath been dead 4 days.
Okay, and this is something we all do as humans, okay? All right. Jesus, God, the Holy Spirit, and all them, they got what we call the storehouse of wisdom, okay? So they understand things a little better than we do. But just like in the case of Abraham and Sarah, sometimes you try to take the lead, okay? They don't need you to take the lead, okay? So my thing, if Jesus tell you to roll away the stone, he know how blown out you would be if the first thing to hit your nose was the smell of death. And if you ever smell death, it's something you'll never forget again. Okay? You know, and I'm like, you know. So he's not going to expose, listen, they're already traumatized and blown out. Now he's going to expose them to this. So you really don't, I have to go out and get mine in the car. So you really don't have to ask him about stuff like that, because he done thought way ahead. You know what I'm saying? So he know ain't gonna be no smell. To open a tomb is a serious matter. Such action can be construed as a desecration of the grave, so it must be ordered by a family member, just like exhumations. That may be why Martha, rather than Mary, was the one to respond to what Jesus said, "Take ye away the stone." She seems to be the older of the 2 sisters in charge of the family's business following the death of her brother. Martha was not eager to agree upon Jesus' request. 4 days had passed since the death of Lazarus, and she assumed the body was in the smelliest phase of decomposition. We see the limits of faith. Martha fully believed that Jesus could have healed Lazarus' sickness and prevented his death, as did her sister, but their faith could not imagine what was about to happen. For them, resurrection was a future event, a promised time when all God's righteous people would be raised from the dead. Had the sisters not heard of the raising of the widow's son of Nain and that of Jairus' daughter? Okay, so my thing is right there, they a little bit out of line. You know what I'm saying? Or do you think? Because like I said earlier, Jesus done raised folk that's strangers to him. He don't know these people. Now these people are Jesus' friends. So if he raised strangers from the dead, may he not also consider raising somebody not only you love, but he loved.
Right.
But like I said, now don't get me wrong, this is the humanitarian people, okay? And when your emotions overwork you, they overwork you. That's why when you walk this path in life, you need to try as hard as you can to walk a straight line. You don't need to be that torpedo because we think the torpedo goes straight. No, it doesn't. It goes off course and gets back on. Goes off course until it hits its thing. See, but we need to stay right on the face course. Sometimes we do and sometimes we don't. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, if you do that on a regular basis, you'll find that you can walk like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what we want to do. Number 40. Jesus said unto her, Said I not unto thee that if thou wouldst believest, thou shalt see the glory of God. So Jesus checked her, but he didn't love. See, and this is the problem with us folks. We want to check folk, and sometimes folk need to be checked, okay? But when we know that we right and we know that they wrong and they won't capitulate, then we goes off. Okay? We still right. But we don't get credit for being right because we didn't do what we didn't love. And as a Christian, you must do the things you do in love. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't, you're going to have a little conversation with your father and your maker at any time. In response, Jesus reminded Martha of their earlier conversation. His challenge to her was a person that believed in him would never die. Death is sad, but it's not the end for those who believe in Jesus. This was a crucial moment, for the tomb might not have been opened if Martha's faith had faltered, if she insisted on not opening it, okay? Her faith was challenged by the trauma of being asked to open a beloved loved one's grave and the smell of the company. We were reminded of John's later conversation with the risen Christ, who declared himself to hold the keys of death and hell. He is capable of breaking the hold that death has over humanity. To believe in and understand Jesus' power over death is to be aware of the glory of God. And this glory was about to be revealed to Martha in the resurrection of her brother. But remember, you got to do your faith part. You know what I'm saying? Because the miracles only occur because of your faith. You have no faith, ain't nothing going down. Okay? In the Old Testament, the glory of God is synonymous with God's presence, something that was observed at Sinai, at the tabernacle, and in the temple. God was present in the person of Jesus. And this was revealed earlier in the glorious fashion at the Transfiguration. Although what is unfolded thus seem in our text seems little more than a humble human drama witnessed by a few dozen people in an insignificant village, no one present there would doubt the power of God after what would happen next. The C heading is called Prayer, Belief, Command, which I would like you to read 41 and 42, Sin. Okay, let's take a bird, okay? You go to the store, right? You only intend to go to one